Hello guys, we are going to be doing menswear today for all of you. We're just going to go over the basic male figure. So, I haven't really professionally learned this yet, so don't judge me on that. I'm going off of Nine Heads books off of this one, and it'll be fun, so we'll get started. Do have a reference, and even if you're like not the best at drawing something, it's okay to use a reference. Like, you always get inspiration off of anything, so learning how to do things right is a good way. And you should always reference stuff to make yourself better, because once you hit a certain point, you're still not the best. So, as you see, I am starting out with a round head, and it just kind of slightly goes past, and then what you're gonna do is kind of go out, still like a coat hanger, but men's, you'll then go across, so you'll make kind of a diamond shaped, and we're just doing the basic man body. So we're gonna kind of go down, and then we're gonna, since I have a thick marker, what you want to do with a pencil is just kind of cut across right here, and you're kind of gonna carve this out. And just so you know, menswear and women's wear is the same height, and you kind of want to make a angle up. So then you're gonna take this right here, and you're gonna curve this down, out, and then I don't like their hand in here, so I'm just gonna continue with the same thing. And then for the menswear, since it curves out, and then it slightly curves back down. And sorry that I'm not really using normal marker paper right now, because I'm just lazy. This is the first thing I could grab. But you just keep on going, and it's kind of like the same format. The menswear body kind of looks like that for the top half. And the angling of it is a lot more square, so instead of just making two large angles when doing it, you will kind of square one off and then slope one down a lot. Oops. See how one is still kind of flat, and then pretty much, and then you're gonna go straight down from that, and then they don't really have hips, but it still goes out a little bit, so then you're gonna go from there. And then the knees and the knees will end a lot lower. And I'm gonna have a break right there. You don't want to make them too skinny. That's like, I feel like you can make them a lot skinnier than girls' knees, but it's the same shape as the female figure, with like most of the limbs. It's just like the proportion of it. See how the knee is a lot lower than what a woman's knee would be. And I'm referencing this from Nine Heads. We still have not gone over menswear in our own books, but this is kind of my first interpretation of it. Let me show you this one page right here, where it compares the man and the woman body. See how they're both 9 heads? You'll notice the breast area is the same. The waist, it still is angling down and then squares out right here, and then it kind of flares out a teeny bit. But see how the woman's, it flares out a lot more compared to her waist. But they both kind of have, this has a more curve to it, you notice, and then look at her knees, they're a lot higher, and so are her ankles. They're above the line, not on the line. And notice her hands as well. His will go down past his hips, hers ends right after her hips. So that's a good comparison of it. So just like, if you look at this, you can notice different things. The heads like the neck will end a lot, it's a lot thinner rather than the male. It goes straight and then out. And then you notice how it goes straight into the arm, where his it will angle, and then you have the sharp angle there where it will make a big corner. So those are just some things to take part of. And then we are going to do an actual pose for the guy for this. So come in this way, and then kind of angle it off, and then start doing the thighs. And notice how also the calf kind of starts at halfway. It's not just, bam, there's the calf. And then guys are normally flat-footed or a teeny bit arched. So then I'm gonna kind of sketch in the arm here. And notice how I go outside the circle from the end rather than inside the triangle. He goes slightly outside of it. And then I'm gonna start up here. And there's not too much curving, it's just almost like a wiggle line is really what it's like. And notice how things don't really just flow with this. It's really like, I feel like men's drawing kind of cut in, but not too much. You make the straight line and then another straight line, and there's slight curves, but nothing too bad. Yay! And then I'm gonna go over the man's face right here. Get to it in here. As I said, I still am kind of new to this. So, man's faces are pretty angular. So, a lot of times you'll see the chiseled jaw in there, and then the neck starts behind it. So why don't I shape this in a bit so you don't get too distracted from it. So here's the neck. And then again, you'll start the ears. And then from that, you can draw the eyebrows. They're usually a lot flatter. And the eyes are still the triangle shape. But you don't want to have any makeup or anything like that. And then the nose is a bit broader, and you actually can show, unlike women's wear, you can show the nose a lot more because it will make it more masculine. And then the mouth is kind of that W, upside down W shape. And then you can slightly draw a line if you want. And then you kind of leave it open there. And then you follow the hairline. There you have it. Here is what I showed you. Just remember some tricks and tips. As I said, I used a reference for this. You can use references too. Like you can go, I was told the best male models to really go after are like Dolce & Gabbana and things like that. Please rate, subscribe, and comment. And I will get back to you. I'll probably respond to any of your comments. And yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break from all this fashion drawing because I draw it every day, and then I have to go home and film new stuff for you guys. So I'm gonna do something cool next video. It's gonna be anime. And bye guys. Sorry this is really long.